Hello and welcome to this video about SSO in Marketing Cloud Engagement. So today we're going to use Google Workspace as an identity provider for Marketing Cloud Engagement as a single sign-on. Okay, so let's start in Google. Okay, so we need to have a Google Workspace account. If we don't have this account, we cannot set it up. We cannot set it up with a personal Gmail account. So we need this Google Workspace. To do so, we need a domain. So I have my domain, r1dupas.com, to set it up and to use it as a test. Okay, so I'm not going to talk much about how to configure or how to set up this Google Workspace. Let's imagine it's already there and you want to connect it to Marketing Cloud Engagement. Okay, so how are we going to do? We are going to use SAML 2.0 with Marketing Cloud Engagement. Anyway, here I'm going to go to Applications and then Web and Mobile Applications. And here I'm going to click, sorry, that's in French and I couldn't translate it to English. So I'm just going to click here, Add an application and add a custom SAML application or SAML. Okay, now here I'm being asked the name of it. So I'm going to call it, I don't know, Marketing Cloud Engagement. Let's call it YouTube English for me to find myself there. I also made the same video in French. If you're more comfortable in that language, feel free to watch it. Okay, here, first thing. So Google Workspace is giving me its information. And I'm going to click download the metadata. Okay, so let's do it straight away. As you can see, you can have this file here, and I'm going to go to a Marketing Cloud Engagement to go to the setup. So to be able to go to the setup, I need to be an admin, right? In Google Workspace as well, because I would use the admin console. Here, I'm going to go to data management and key management. Okay, I already set it up a few minutes ago, but I'm doing it again from scratch. So I'm going to click Create. And here I'm going to call it SSO Google, and that's it. And I'm going to choose SSO metadata. And here I'm going to open the file. Sorry. And here I'm going to open the file that is just there and do a right click and open with Google Chrome. And here we'll have all this information. I select everything except the first line here. I don't take this XML file does not blah blah blah. I'm just going to go here, paste everything, click save. And perfect, the key was saved. Okay, so since we're here, I'm going to do some other settings as well. So here I'm going to go to security settings, edit, and then here I'm going to tick the single sign-on. This thing is only available if I put the key management beforehand, like the Google metadata. And I'm going to click save. And here I'm going to click download metadata. Here I have a XML file. If I open it directly, it's going to use Safari to open it, and it's not very usable, to be honest. So again, I would go to my file, right click, open it with Google Chrome, and then have everything as I want. Okay, Google is going to ask me 2 or 3 things, but from this file, only 2. 2 are important. The entity ID, just there, and the ACS, the Assertion Consumer Service here, that I'm going to use this data. Okay, well, I'm going to copy it, and then here I do next, and the ACS, paste it, and now the entity ID that is just there. Copy it, paste it. And here the startup, I mean the single sign-on URL. I'm going to have it in the settings of Marketing Cloud. This is this link here. I'm just going to take everything from it, copy, paste. Here it's interesting because the question is, okay, what I'm going to send from Google Workspace to Marketing Cloud Engagement to make sure I know which user is which user. So here is going to send the primary email, so the email of the Google account, the Google account's email. What would be the format? Well, it's going to be an email, right? Here we can just kind of forget about that, it's not necessary, and anyway I can change it later. And just click next. Okay, perfect. So now I guess what we want is to be able to test it. But a few things first. Here, I'm going to put it back in English again. Access to user, it's disabled for all. It's clearly not what I want, so I'm going to put, I think it's enabled for all, activated for all, yeah. Register, okay, nice. And then one last thing. So a few words about SSO and Marketing Cloud. So I enable it, so the SSO for Marketing Cloud as an account. Now the SSO works as a user level. So that means I can choose that one user will use the SSO while another one will use the username and password methods. I cannot use both at the same time. It's either SSO or username and password. Another advice as well is that to always keep someone that doesn't use the SSO, someone that uses the username and password, because what if the SSO doesn't work or I need to make some change? If everybody use the SSO, then it can be an issue and it can take some time to troubleshoot it. So that's the advice. Okay, now let's go back to Marketing Cloud, and we activated it as an account level, but now I need to go to the user. And I'm going to take one individual here, R1, and I'm going to use that user to connect for the SSO. So I'm going to go to Edit, and allow single sign-on, yes, I'm going to tick that box. And Federation ID, when you are going to do that, it's going to be blank. But I just populate it with, you remember, primary email from Google Workspace. So let's check where does it come from. If I go here, SSO Google Test, that's basically the email of this account. So, okay, perfect. So Federation ID would be what I'm going to take from Google Workspace to identify which user is which user. Okay, so perfect. So now I have one user enabled for the SSO. I did all the necessary settings. What about we just test it? So here I'm going to go there to my app, and I'm going to test the SAML connection. So here I use obviously this one. So now that's interesting. For example, if I had to choose r1salesforce@gmail.com, well, it would lead nowhere because I need to connect one user and use the Federation ID r1salesforce@gmail.com to kind of link both of them. So let's use this one. I need to click twice for some reason. It's always like that. As you can see here, I have a login page. I'm not logging anywhere on that web browser. And here we go. I'm connected as R1, the one I connected for Google Workspace. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you have any further question, if you have any comments. And yeah, thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.